You know, we'll keep it simple, keep it light. So, but it's certain things that bothers us, politics, who's going to be our next president, um, you know, being black, going out there, getting put over by a cop. Hey, to the stage.
I'm to the stage? Oh, shit.
To the stage. TK, what's up?
Coming to the stage.
Welcome, TK.
Welcome.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel excellent. Checking
So
out
who are you?
checking out the DNC, huh?
So who are you? What's your story?
My story?
Yeah.
What you mean? What's my story?
Where you from?
Where am I from? I hail from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
I hail
The
from
port?
I hail from the port.
Oh yeah. So you designed to show up to the show from the port. I appreciate that.
Yes, I'm a friend to the show from the port.
Yeah.
I hail from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Born and raised here. Born and raised here. Been here my whole life except for a little short stint in the military.
Okay. What branch was you in?
I was in the Army, the best branch.
Thank you for your service.
It's my honor, my pleasure to serve.
What did you do in the military?
Well, I did a lot of things, but my particular training was in patient administration, which is a large division that covers several different areas of hospital and patient administration. Everything from, who saw somebody went with us? Everything
That's
from
YouTube.
air evacuations to medical records to billing and coding, admissions and dispositions. We did a lot.
Okay. Any crazy stories you can share with us?
I mean, I was kind of, top secret classified in my job. So, we got to have clearance to get that information.
Okay. So pretty much none of our business.
I mean, if you know. Like, so I know I got some veterans out there. If they know, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you're not really going to know. Like, no matter how much I try to tell you, you're still just not going to know,
Okay.
That's how it is.
All right. So you single? You in a relationship?
I'm currently single. Single and ready to mingle.
Single, ready to mingle. Okay. Single as a slice of cheese?
I'm thinking about giving up on the whole thing, to be honest with you. Right now, I'm still single and ready to mingle, but I'm thinking about giving up. I think I got maybe one or two more bad dates in me before I quit.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's pee in the dating pool.
Is it baby pee or adult pee?
It's adult pee. Like you could feel it, you could smell it, you could see it. It's bad. It's pee everywhere. It's pee everywhere. Like I'm creeping over by the the side of the pool that like I think might be a little clean, but I still keep finding pee. Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm just about to hop out the pool just all together.
So you just got your shins in there. You just hanging on the side, get your feet wet.
Basically, I just got my little toe.
All right, so are you into men, women, or you into both? Like it's 2024. Don't judge the question. I'm sorry. I don't want to cross your boundaries, but
No, you ain't crossing my boundaries. I mean, I consider myself a pansexual. Like I love, who I love. Like I don't really put a color on it, a gender on it, a certain look on it, a race on it. It don't really matter. Like it's just, if you the one for me, if you got the intelligence, the sense of humor, the things I'm looking for, I'm attracted to you. That's it. You know,
Okay.
attraction to me is more than just looks and gender. You know, I'm a bit of a sapiosexual myself. So,
Okay. All right. I'm a little remedial. I was a short bus shorty.
oh, oh shit,
What is pansexual and what is sapiosexual? That's say it right.
you did.
All right.
But well, pansexual is basically like you love. It's like I said, it's like you love any. You don't discriminate based on gender who you love. Like you just love who you love.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
basically, I guess
You
you could
love
say,
fluidly.
yeah, you could say it's bisexual, but then it's not really bisexual because pansexual includes like transgender and includes, you know, uh, just everybody. I mean,
Okay.
it's really
All
only
right.
male and female, but all different type of
Is
males.
there an age? Is there an age range?
Um, definitely, yes, definitely yes. I definitely try to stay away from the young folks. I don't want to go too young. I don't want to go too
Okay.
old. I mean, I would say like probably 38, probably like 38 to like 55.
Okay.
But I did talk to a 58-year-old once, and I also talked to a 33-year-old once. So,
How
you
is
know,
that? Is the 58 still young as a 38, or like what was that
um,
experience like?
he was a young 58. He was a young 58. He was like energetic. He rode bikes. He roller skated. He worked out. He used to be a personal trainer. So he was
Hmm.
definitely a young 58 in terms of like physically. He definitely didn't
Hmm.
look 58. But he was more mature. So yeah, that was a good thing. I guess. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
What
good. Like
happened? Like,
I
come
didn't.
on. Like, what happened? Like, what'd he do? Like, what was his personality like?
He was cool. Like he was cool. He was a Spanish guy. He had a great job. His
Was
kids
he
were
wearing
grown.
Jordans? Was he wearing Jordans and throwback jerseys? Like, what you mean?
No, he
He
wasn't.
listened to
He
Little
wasn't.
Baby?
He wasn't. He wasn't wearing Jordans and throwback jerseys. He was. He had on like a silky type T-shirt, like a silk, like a dress shirt, like a silk dress shirt kind of thing, and like some little shorts. And um, I think he had hair too, which was yeah,
Okay.
he had hair. He was short. That was kind of he was like really short. He was probably about 5'6". Like he was kind of short.
Okay.
Yeah, so
He wore a lot of chains, gold chains. Like, was he an old dope boy?
was he a dope boy?
I mean,
He had a couple of chains on.
because you say he's a young 58 years, like young 58.
Hmm.
I'm still trying to understand. Like, he still be in the clubs, he still be in these streets.
Nah, I don't mean like that. I mean he was a young 58 in the sense that
He looked good for his age.
he looked good for his age. He was in shape for his
All right.
age. That kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So he still act like a regular 58-year-old or someone in his 50s.
Act like
But
yeah. I mean he was mature. He was mature, but you could tell he was like young.
hmm
He was like mature, but like I think a lot of people think like 50s is old, but I think once we get in our 40s and 50s, we realize like I'm 44, but I feel the same as I did when I was like 35. You
Okay.
know, like I don't feel
Okay.
old or anything like that. And so he's 58, but he doesn't feel 58. You know, he don't. He didn't have any issues medically or otherwise. He just was short, and I would say like the chemistry wasn't really there between me and him for
So you
some
said
reason.
you said short a few times. So do you have a height preference?
I don't. I don't.
But you saying short? You said did you not say short? Like he's short. Like he's like
He
5'6".
was.
Like
He
Was he?
was
So he
short. He was. He was.
and
He was
so
short. But I'm just saying, like, that wasn't why I wasn't attracted to him.
it didn't click. It didn't vibe.
There was no spark. It wasn't like he wasn't attractive. There just was no spark. Like, you know, like
Okay.
that's my whole point too, and that's what I mean too by like pansexual, meaning a person could be attractive. That doesn't mean that you're going to be attracted to them. You know what I mean? There still
Yeah.
has to be like a
Mm-hmm.
chemistry, like an attraction between you and that person, like a kind of connection or
Mm-hmm.
something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, you know, that's either there or it's not there, but it's not dependent on height. It's not dependent on
Mm-hmm.
gender. It's not dependent on complexion. You know what I mean? It's just either
Mm-hmm.
there or it's not there. And so with him, it wasn't there. But um you know, I dated a guy before who was shorter than him or his same height, and I was totally attracted to him.
Mm.
So it wasn't necessarily the height. So I don't have like a height preference, you know what I mean?
Okay. You don't have a height preference,
Mm-mm.
but you prefer.
What do I
But
prefer
you
someone tall?
prefer.
What?
But you prefer. All right. Forget the height. All right. So the young guy.
Hmm.
If you had to choose between someone in their 50s or someone in their 30s or someone around your age, what would be?
Who'd I go with?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, right now, I'm gonna say I would go with a young dude right now. But
Why?
that's only because um you know, the gender wars is bad right now. Like the gender wars is nasty right now. Like dudes my age, they feel like they the prize so bad. Like they feel like, you know, it's just like this whole, you know, Kevin Samuels got everybody mind fucked up. You know, he gone. He still like these dudes still think like this red pill dudes where it's like they think they're so valuable. Like
Yo,
they're
do
like,
people really be
oh, we're
quoting?
huh?
Do people be quoting Kevin Samuels and stuff? Or
I don't know if they do. They probably do. They
mm,
probably do. But I just know
uh,
like um you know, some of them they just feel like they the prize. Like a lot of these men think that, you know, they the prize. And a woman my age, 44, they feel like we're like washed up, and you should
mm-hmm,
hear some of the things they say. So I mean,
mm.
I would date a guy my age. I do meet guys my age and date guys my age. But
But
you know, it just I guess it depends on the guy. That's why I say like I don't put those kind of judgments out there. It depends on the person. You know, because you have some younger guys who are a little more like, you know, they the ones
mhm,
that be on that like 90s love. They still believe in love. Like, you know, they still believe in like, you know, but you know, they young and they ignorant. So then there's that. So,
mhm.
you know, we just got a lot to contend with right now.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna move on, right?
Okay.
I got my new game that just launched. It's
Okay.
out right now. It's in the stores for pre-order. ShopBlerdy.com.
Okay.
You know, the link is in my bio.
Nice,
So if
nice.
you don't mind if you don't mind if we play this game,
Sure.
all right,
I'll play with you. I'm game. I'll check
we're
it
gonna
out.
play. We're gonna see where your past been at. And then we also gonna check out your present. And then we're gonna also see where your future lies in these questions, all right?
Okay. This
All
question's
right.
gonna tell me all of that.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
We're gonna figure it out. All right. First question. Are you open to putting your heart on the line and building a real emotional connection and spill the tea about your readiness for love?
Wait a minute, what? You wanna know if I'm open to a real connection?
Are you open to putting your heart on the line and
Hmm.
building a real emotional connection? Spill the tea about your readiness for love. You pretty much said you kind of not really ready.
I mean, I think probably not. Like, I'm still recently divorced not too long ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh,
I'm getting ready. I'm getting there.
hmm,
I'm not all the
you
way
getting
there
there?
yet, but I feel like I'm probably close.
Close to it.
I'm close.
How close? Scale of one to
Um,
10, 10, you all the way there.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I'm all the way there, I would say I'm like a 7. I'm like a 7.
Seven.
I wanna trust. I wanna believe. You know what I'm saying? However, I know I only got like probably one more go in me to love somebody
Hmm.
before I'm just done forever. So I'm just like taking my time to just like really heal all the way and put myself, well, I
Yeah.
know you can't heal all the way like we're always healing, but heal well enough and be ready to trust enough to you know give something a good shot, because
Mm.
it'll probably be the last time. So
Uh, Ain't gonna be the last one.
it is.
You know that.
It's gonna be the last. It's gonna be the last time I try to give my heart to somebody. That's it. I got one more left. That's what I say.
All right. All right. Let's go. Even superheroes sometimes have a walk away. What positive qualities or experience from your past boo would you give a Wakanda salute to? How did they help you grow?
I'm sorry. I need you to read the question one more time. It's a long question. Like, can I like read once more?
Even superheroes sometimes have to walk away. What positive qualities or experience from your past boo would you give a Wakanda salute to? How did they help you grow?
Okay. So, what qualities would I give a salute to?
What positive qualities or experience from your
Would I give a
past
salute
boo?
to? Um, I mean, I would say like, so my younger boo.
Hmm.
Wait, do I need to say who? I don't need to say who. I had a boo who, he was very fun. Like, he was very lighthearted and fun, and he reminded me of what it was to play in a relationship.
Yeah.
To like tickle each other and chase each other around the house, and do little fun pranks and wrestle and roll around, and just play, just to like play. Like, I think some of my more mature relationships or whatever, you don't play as much. You just kind of like, I think play is important.
Hmm.
And he reminded me of that. So yeah,
Mm.
I would say that's how it helped me grow. I'm more playful now.
Are you more playful now?
Yes, I was always playful,
So,
but I'm more playful now.
so what y'all used to do? Shoot water guns at each other? You know?
All kind of shit, like all kind of shit. Definitely water fights. Definitely breaking into the bathroom when the other person is in the shower, and like, you know, turning the water down to cold while they not looking at some shit, or cutting all the lights off, or locking the person out the house.
Damn, really?
Just funny shit. Like,
What?
not like lock them out for real, but lock them out the house and just like,
Just, just mess with each other.
just play. Yeah, just play a lot.
It sounds like you still, like this guy. Like the way
Oh
how you
God.
just giggle, the way how you giggle and lit up.
You asking me to remember a good thing, right? You said
I
what
mean, yeah.
positive. Okay, so I'm thinking about something positive. If we want to talk about some negative shit, I can talk about all that too, about the negative shit.
I mean, like, I'm about to ask why you stopped talking to this guy. Like, he
Cause he played,
clearly,
cause he played too goddamn much. That's why.
oh,
He playing the wrong way too much. No, he didn't know how to
the
act.
wrong. What is the wrong way? How you play wrong with you?
Lying, lying, and not keeping it 100 and just telling just like the dumbest lies when you just have to look at a motherfucker like, what? Like, really? You know, just play like you play too much. You playing. You
What was
joking.
the dumbest lie? What was the dumbest lie?
Oh my gosh. Oh, the dumbest lie. Man, let me think of one that I could tell. That's like, so there was this one time I had stepped out of town for a weekend, right?
Uh-huh.
And I guess a female friend of his had called and was gonna come by. And according to him, he only wanted her to come by because he wanted to meet her dog. He just really wanted to meet her puppy.
What kind of dog was it?
Doesn't matter.
Is he a breeder?
No. No, and as far as I know, he's not into animals, but he just really wanted to meet her dog so bad. And oh, I was just gonna meet her dog, and she was gonna come by, and I was just gonna meet her dog. So, okay,
That's weird.
that's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, I think he's trying to do more than just meet her
And
dog.
he
I think
didn't
he's trying to
and
let her meet
he
Dodo.
didn't wanna and he didn't wanna bring you what?
I was out of town. I was out of town.
Oh, so he was like, "Oh, I got free reign right now, so let me do me right quick."
Well, I don't know. Ask me how I found out.
How you found out?
The girl called me and told me. The girl called me and asked me if it was okay if she went by the house so he can meet her dog. Because she knew he
Really?
had a girlfriend. So she was cool enough to be like, well, let me ask your girlfriend if it's okay if I come by. But he told her, don't tell my girlfriend because she already mad at me about something else. Listen, this is too much. This is getting too personal. This is getting way too personal. Anyway, long story short, it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
No, don't. It's not too personal. I mean, he doing something stupid.
Nope, he was playing. So yeah, that didn't work out. He played too much. So yeah, it didn't work out. We not together.
All right, y'all not together. End of the story. Y'all not together. How long ago was this?
A while. This is a while
A
ago.
while ago. What's a while? A while for me is like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, quite some time ago. Yeah,
Oh, okay, so that's fairly recent.
fairly recent.
Cheers to him.
It was not
But
fairly
wherever
recent.
he's,
Yeah. So wherever he is, thanks for showing me how to have
salute.
fun again.
What,
So
what
Wakanda
kind of
salute to
salute to
that.
him? Yeah. All right.
But Lord know what
Life
he
with
played.
Bay. Life with Bay and a bank account overflowing with vibranium. Does being financially supported by your partner appeal to you, or are you all about building together?
I mean, if he already got it, is that what you asking me?
I mean, y'all could get it out the mud together, or like you don't care about his money.
I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for somebody that, has like a certain amount of dollars, but, you know, like, I'm not gonna not date somebody that has money. I'm confused. I want to understand the question. What are you asking me?
So are you comfortable where you at in life? You're like, you don't need to have much. I'm good. I got me. I just need you to come and give me companionship. Or you want, build each other up to another level, or he need to come in and pay for everything.
Well, I would say that he needs to have his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need
Hmm.
him to take care of me, but he needs to come to the table with his own because I'm not going to take care of
Hmm.
him. And
Hmm.
if he's coming with enough that we can build together and make something happen together, like that's even better. So yeah, of course. I mean, I would definitely prefer. Um, I mean, I could. I mean, if he already had money, then that would be good too. Like, you know, but I'm just saying, if he didn't, I
Have you ever
wouldn't.
dated? Have you ever dated somebody with money?
Um, yeah. I mean, depends on how much money we talking. Like, how much money you mean?
I mean, how much money is with money to you?
How much money is money to me?
Yeah, like what's the sweetie? Six figure, seven figure nigga. Yeah, that like
And I ain't never had a seven
sweetie
figure.
thing. Okay,
A seven figure,
six
that's $1 million.
figure.
I've had a 6 figure nigga.
Okay,
I've had a six
is
figure
that
nigga.
your preference? I mean, how was dating a regular guy versus a six figure? Is six figure safe to say that's a high value man?
I mean, I don't get down with the whole high value man shit, but I guess like according to what people say, yeah. Me personally, I don't think that's money was what makes you high value, but um, I guess yeah, that's
And
what
what is
people
it then?
say, huh?
And what is it? What makes a man a high value man to you?
His mind, like his,
Okay,
like him or her person, whatever, being intelligent,
okay,
educated, um,
okay.
having a like emotional intelligence and healing and things like that,
Mhm,
self-awareness,
mhm, mhm,
somebody who pays attention, you know,
mhm,
um, somebody who knows who they are, you know, and to me, I would say somebody who's open-minded because I meet a lot of closed-minded people, and that's just, I mean, a lot of guys who they're very much like they got their way or how they feel about shit, and they're not really open to much else. And to me, that's kind of like a negative because you're not really willing to learn. You're not, willing to explore other ideas. It's just kind of what you already know. So I think that's whack.
So, since you experienced the six figure and I guess a regular guy
Mm-hmm.
and a high value man, leads me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine financial freedom. Would you still be down with a monogamous ride or die, or would you be more tempted to explore polyamory relationship with a wealthy partner?
Mm-mm. Nah, I can't do the polyamory thing. I'm too possessive.
So selfish TK.
I guess I'm a little possessive. Like, crazy thing is, you know, like I would do a threesome with my dude, but not with like a girl that's gonna be around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like a polyamory thing where she gonna be around and she gonna
Oh,
be in my
so
life.
she could dip in and out when y'all ready to play with her.
Maybe I don't even know if I could do that. I could do it, but I don't know if it's a good idea. The
Why?
men,
Why is it
it's the men that can't handle it. The men got to be able to handle it.
so why? Like what like how they can't handle it? Like they get overzealous, they get anxious.
They
They
might be
think that's
wanting it. They might think that that's the status quo. They might think that that's something that's how they want it all the time. Or they like, oh, well, let's try this one, let's try that one. They want to hold out. They want to hold out together. You know what I'm saying? Like they might go OD with it. Like they probably can't handle it. Like I feel like that's like it's something I would do, but I don't want it to be like a lifestyle.
okay. So it's something that you just want to experience once, maybe twice, and that's that.
Yeah,
Like
or
you get
whenever,
you
or
you get
whenever we decide. I should say whenever I decide.
or yeah, I'm about to say it's whatever you decide.
Yeah, it will be whenever I decide.
So you back the girl or yeah, both back the girl. Like,
I mean, we pick her out together.
yeah, like y'all going shopping. We
Yeah,
pick her
like
out together. Like we're just
I
gonna go to the
know.
mall and just be like,
Yeah, like we choose her
like,
together. We be like, what you think about
like,
that one right
like,
there?
like y'all Michael Jackson, him down there. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, we pick her out
she
together.
got she got a fat ass. Like,
Listen, everybody like a fat ass. Who don't like a fat ass? You like, oh, what's up with her? Like, but I can't see. The problem is, I wouldn't want my man to be out there like thinking I'm gonna go scope out bitches and bring her back. Like, babe, all right, look, I found 3 new bitches today. Now we got a Puerto Rican one, we got a black one, this one right here, Mary. Like, nah, we ain't doing like, nah, I ain't trying to live it like that. We gotta be like on vacation somewhere or something like that. We go down to DR,
Oh, so you got to
Colombia.
pay for it.
Huh?
You down to pay for it.
That's the better way. Yeah, I prefer
That's the better
professional.
way. Is there a budget?
I prefer a professional. I thought you said money was no object. We loaded. We got Wakanda money.
Oh, okay. I mean, still,
Shit, for
some
all
people
that,
would just be
we'll go
like,
out to go to Africa and get us like a Eritrean or one of them beautiful women.
eat trio.
Yeah, they be pretty. One of them Somalian girls. They be
Ethiopia.
Ethiopian. They be beautiful. It's beautiful women. Yeah.
Beautiful women everywhere.
Yeah, but I just think it's better to get a professional rather than just go get some chick off the street. Then she gonna be trying to call. She gonna be like wanting her phone bill paid or something. Like, that's just drama. Like, let's just get a professional that we ain't gotta wine and dine and convince or nothing.
So she can communicate. So you have to communicate with her, or can he communicate with both of you? Is there a group chat or like?
We in DR. There's no chat. There's no exchanging the telephone numbers. We go get her. We go have our enjoyment time, and then she goes wherever she goes, and then we go home.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you gotta keep the drama because you don't want no side conversations going on, no rendezvous happening without you present.
Mm-hmm.
She don't need to be back home with you. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. Moving on.
Mhm.
Move on. All right. Next question. Everyone has a way they want to be loved. Have you figured out yours?
You mean like love languages? You mean like love
Yeah.
language, like physical touch, words of affirmation, all that kind of stuff?
All the above.
Well, my love languages, I think all of them are, but like the top ones will be words of affirmation and physical touch. But I like
Mm-hmm.
acts of service and gifts and quality
Mm-hmm.
time too. So,
Mm-hmm.
they in there too. Um, I think the biggest thing for me is that the person that I'm with is sensitive to me because I'm very sensitive. So I know I'm like, can you believe it? But yeah, I'm very sensitive.
Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Capricorn, but I'm a Cancer rising.
Oh, okay. Capricorn, Cancer rising. What Cancer rising means?
That's like my rising sign. That's like, the face that I put onto the world. If you follow like astrology,
Okay.
it's kind of like your public persona. So,
Okay.
so yes. So I'm a Cancer rising. So I'm very, very sensitive, very motherly, very nurturing. And yeah, and so I kind of like that back in a person.
Okay.
I need someone who's sensitive to me and my feelings. Don't hurt my feelings because I'm very sensitive. And yeah, somebody who is a good conversationalist because I feel like having like deep, meaningful conversations is, you know,
Hmm.
one of the best ways to bond. So like really opening up to each other, really having
Hmm.
that mental intimacy,
Hmm.
mental and emotional intimacy where you really kind of share out um everything and
Do you think it's challenging? Do you think it's challenging for a man? Do you think it's challenging for most men to share that side of them?
um yeah. Yeah, I do. I think a lot of men think they think women won't necessarily like that, or a lot of them are not in touch with it themselves. They scared to go there. You know, they scared. I hear from a lot of men that they're scared that women are gonna throw it up in their face. Like, I don't know if they've shared before, and then later on in a conversation, a woman be like, "Yeah, motherfucker, well, that's why your daddy didn't do, whatever." Like, bring up some shit. I would never do something like that, but I know
Okay.
people do. I know for a fact that some women do that because I have like male friends who be like, "Oh, this bitch said da 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 da," and they
Mm.
be like, "That's why I don't tell her ass nothing." Like, they won't tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to share out because women will use it. A lot of women will use it, but I would never do that. Like, even if I hate you right now, I still would never bring up something traumatic from your past or your childhood or something you told me in confidence that hurt you or made you feel some type of way in an argument. Like, it has no place in an
Do mo-
argument.
do most men recover from that when they actually get that thrown in their face? Do you think?
I don't think they do, especially not with that one woman. You know what I mean? Like, if they do recover from it and actually, open up to another woman, it's gonna take that much longer for them to trust her and open up. But with that one particular woman, men, they're
Hmm.
like, y'all, men, I feel like don't forgive as easily as women. They definitely don't forget. You know what I mean? Like, they log that shit in and it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Mm.
They probably not
Mm.
gonna say nothing like that again. But and I think it just makes for a toxic relationship because some men will do that too. Some men will do that too. A woman will say, like, "You been telling me something real deep about, oh, my daddy wasn't there, da 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 da," and then he'll be like, "Well, that's why you don't know how to treat me because you ain't had no daddy and you don't know what a male's supposed to act like." And I was like, they'll throw that shit up in your face too, and they think I feel that women are supposed to be stronger and being able to handle that type of emotional abuse than they are.
Mm.
Because how many times will a
Mm.
man do that to a woman, but then expect for her to still be open to opening up to him? Like, I don't think women
Yeah.
shut down like that the way men do when something like that happens.
No, I don't think so. But boy,
Yeah.
oh boy. So how do a man would know that he can express himself? Like
That's the
how?
question.
How
That's
can
the
he
question I
gauge
feel
it?
like you got to ask a man. I feel like a man needs to explain that because, I know, like, for me, I feel like in my relationships, I've had that where men have
Hmm.
felt comfortable to open up to me.
Yeah.
But I know that they've told me at least that they don't feel like that with a lot of women.
Hmm.
They didn't feel comfortable to open up to a lot of women like that.
All right. Are you familiar with apology language?
You mean like, I'm
Different
sorry, I
ways
used
you can say
to.
something. Yeah, different ways you say I'm sorry.
Um,
Because you mentioned love language, and there's a thing called apology language.
well, why don't you explain it to me? I mean, I think I know what you're
I
saying.
mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know what you're saying. I think like there's some apologies with strings attached.
Yeah,
Like,
it's yeah,
there's the
like
I'm
what?
sorry, there's the I'm sorry you feel that way, which is like, what?
Okay. This way is expressing regret, accepting responsibility, making restoration, you know, generally repenting and requesting forgiveness.
Mhm.
What normally works for you when it comes to apology? Because he
So those,
lied to you.
mhm.
I mean, those are like five different apology languages that a man could do. Accepting accountability, accepting
Mhm.
responsibility,
Mhm.
making restoration,
Mhm.
uh, generally repenting and requesting forgiveness.
And you supposed to do all of those?
I mean, some can work just for you, or I don't
I
know.
I think to me an apology should come with empathy. Like, it should come with a true sense of like, I understand how this made you feel and why it made you feel that way. And it should also come with like a level of self-awareness and
Hmm.
accountability. Like,
Hmm.
I was going through this, that, or the other, or I thought this, that, or the other, and I reacted this way, and you know, and then it would be the I guess the learning part, or the self-reflective part, which would be I
Mm-hmm.
probably could have or should have handled it this other way, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then the how we gonna move forward part. And then yeah, I do think there's a level of repentance, depending on what it is, depending on like what the offense is,
Mm.
you know.
Okay.
Like um
So what was the best apology you ever received? And you was like, I can't be mad at him no more. Like, there's no way. Like that one apology was like, you know what? I'm wet. Come on, make up sex. Like,
yeah, I done had a couple of those. I've had a couple. I don't know, like I've had a couple of good apologies, but I don't know. Like I feel like the best, what do they say? The best apology is change behavior, right? Like, a lot of it is smoke. It's just you just blowing smoke
but
out your mouth.
you're avoiding it. But you're avoiding the
What?
question.
What's the question?
I asked you what was the best apology you ever received? You said you had a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
What's the couple?
I mean, I've had somebody apologize by oh my God, like I can't say too much. Okay, let me think. I've had somebody apologize by I've had people apologize with gestures, you know,
Okay.
grand gestures,
What was the
which
grand gesture? He bought you a car?
I've had somebody buy me a car before.
What kind?
Bro. I've had somebody buy me a Lexus before. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
Alexis.
Hmm.
Okay. You must have been putting it on him. He needed that back.
I mean, this was back in the day, like it was, that type of relationship, I guess you could say. But, it was, like he bought me a Lexus, like he bought a brand new Lexus. It was nice. It was the whole, bow on it,
Right.
flowers, dozen roses, all that good stuff. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful memory,
Mm.
and it was, I forgave him. So, yeah.
Yeah, you forgave him hard.
Yes, I forgave him. I forgave him. I did not hold a grudge.
All right, so what was the second one?
Um, a tattoo.
He bought you a tattoo.
He didn't buy me a tattoo. Huh?
I don't understand. He didn't buy you a tattoo.
Mm-mm.
So what did he do?
He apologized with a tattoo.
So how do you apologize? I'm short bus. Remember, I'm short bus. So how do you apologize for his tattoo?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is getting personal. Like, this is getting personal. But yeah, nah, he apologized. He tattooed my name on him to apologize.
Tap my name on your girl so I know it's real. He tattooed your name on him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Did the tattoo artist spell it right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
All right. All right. It's just, it'll be
Mm-hmm.
real messed up. He had to redo it over.
Yeah, that would have
Um,
sucked. That would have sucked.
that would really suck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question.
Yeah, please. Like, can we get out of this line of questioning? Like, can we go more general? This is like really personal stuff.
It is. All right. All
It
right.
is.
Hel- Healthy relationships require boundaries. What are your
Talk
must-have
about
boundaries and deal breakers in a relationship?
Say that one more time. Healthy relationships require boundaries, and what are the what?
Your must-have boundaries and deal breakers in a relationship.
Must have boundaries. You mean like what other women?
Okay, lying and cheating. That's a big boundary crosser.
I mean, I think like lying and cheating is an automatic. I think
Yeah,
like
makes sense.
boundaries is more like, what kind of relationship you have with your female friends.
Hmm.
Do you have female friends? And if so, what are the nature of those relationships and what are the boundaries around those relationships? You
Hmm.
know, exes? Do you still talk to exes, and what are those like?
Mm-hmm.
What are the boundaries there? I think there
Mm-hmm.
should be boundaries with, friends of the opposite sex. I mean, it should be
Okay.
boundaries with friends of the
So
same sex, but definitely the opposite sex. Mhm.
so so like what? They can't call past a certain time. Do you have to meet these friends?
Yes.
You want to meet them in person eventually?
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. Like, if this is a person you consider a friend,
Yeah. Do
somebody
you
you're
have
gonna
do you,
talk to on occasion, or want to
yeah?
go to their birthday parties or something like that, then yeah, I think that I should
Uh,
meet
do,
them. I should know who they are.
do you get their phone number? You change phone numbers with them at all,
Um,
or that's not required?
I mean, I don't know if I want their number, but I should be able to contact them. Because what if you're out with them and then I can't reach you?
Okay. True.
Or what if I want to invite them to a surprise party for you because they're a friend of yours, or
Okay.
get their input on something for you or something like that. I don't know. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, I would think that kind of thing would happen naturally. Like, I don't want it to be like protocol, like, oh, you're his friend. Okay, I need your name, your number. Like, I need to, I don't, I would hope it
Hmm.
would be more of a natural flow. And I would hope that it wouldn't be more than like two people.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is that
What do
is
you
that
think about
reciprocal?
this? Huh?
Is that reciprocal?
What, in terms of my male friends?
Like, yeah, do he meet your male friends? Do you change your numbers with them?
I mean, I would think he would meet them, and if not exchange numbers, at least be Facebook friends or something, have some way of contacting them, maybe like, be cool enough with them to, be able to reach out to them. Like I said, what if he's planning something for me? And he know, like, this is my good homeboy or whatever, and he want to make sure that, this person is there for this event or something like that, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, yeah, I think
Interesting.
they should know each other.
Interesting. Okay.
What you mean?
All right. Let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
you, your man, and your homegirl are out,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Your homegirl about to leave the bar first.
Okay.
Do your man offer to walk her to the car to make sure she's good and leave you inside the bar, or you be like, nah, you ain't walking me to the car? Like, the fuck?
I mean, I would think we would both walk her to the car, or I would walk her to. I mean, it depends. Okay, wait. Say this again. We in the bar.
You in the bar with your man and your homegirl.
Mm-hmm.
Your homegirl's with you. This is your female friend.
Okay.
Do you trust your man to walk your homegirl to the car,
Yeah.
or is that a requirement?
That he walk her to the car.
Yeah, like make sure she's good. You walk her to the
I mean,
car.
if we in like an unsafe area or area where she's feeling some type of way, yeah. I mean, depends on the venue, like how far is her car, but you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Um,
But
but you said.
yeah, but so you don't have a problem with it. I'm assuming there's a but after it.
No, I don't. I mean, I guess I don't know if that would always be necessary. Like, I think
Okay.
it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Like, say we had a block party
Yeah.
and, it's 7 o'clock. She can
Hmm.
go to her car on her own. You know what I'm saying? 7 o'clock. It's
True.
8 o'clock. But if we out and it's midnight or it's 1 o'clock in the morning
Mm.
and we're at a
Mm.
bar and it's like lights off and her car is parked, a few spots up the street or a couple,
Hmm.
then yeah, he should walk her to her car,
Okay.
or one of his homeboys. Like, he ain't got no homeboys there to walk her to her car.
Yeah, but what if she don't trust him? What if you know his homeboy a creep?
His homeboy's a creep.
What if I'm just saying, she's drunk or tipsy,
He got his
and
homeboys.
you know what I mean? Who knows?
I mean, if yeah, if she needs to feel comfortable, like, yeah. I mean, my homegirls, like, you know, we probably all leaving together. But yeah, I wouldn't. I definitely would not want to be with somebody that I felt like I couldn't trust this nigga to walk into a car. Number one, and number two,
Okay.
you know, she gotta be my homegirl though. Every bitch ain't just getting walked to the car. She gotta be my road dog. She gotta be my ace.
Especially, especially the ones that you and your man plotting on, right?
Listen, depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on who we talking about here. That's why I keep saying is all this is very dependent.
Okay. All right.
Like it's my
All right.
homegirl. Like how good I know
Homegirl,
her.
homegirl.
Like
All right.
and how much can I trust this nigga? Like who this is my man, my husband type me, or this just a nigga I'm dealing with? Like who we talking about here?
Uh-huh.
Depends.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mm,
All right.
mm,
In a relationship, do you believe in clearly defined roles or do you prefer a more flexible and a balanced approach?
mm. Definitely more flexible and balanced. Yeah, definitely more
Uh,
flexible and balanced. Like I don't believe in the whole like I'm the woman, so I got to go cook, clean, and do the laundry, and he the man, so he gonna do this, and that. You know, I feel
mhm.
like whoever's good at what or likes doing what, or like my ex husband loved to cook, so he did most of the cooking because he used to love to cook. That was his thing. He was a very good.
So, so you wash the dishes.
Nope, we had teenagers for that.
Oh,
We had teenagers for that, but I did like other stuff like the bills or the laundry or other stuff that had to be done, doctor's appointments, school
hmm
appointments, those kinds of
hmm
things that he necessarily wasn't fond of.
It's administrative work like you did in the military.
Yeah, I did more of the administrative work, like I was more like keep track of the budget, make sure all our bills is paid, we got enough put aside for this, that, and the other, and all the kids'
hmm
activities, what they had going on, and how much that was gonna cost, and when that had to be done, and I
hmm
kept track of our schedule.
Okay,
Mhm.
interesting,
Yo, why everything interesting?
interesting. You
Interesting.
know, you kept track of the schedule and the money.
hmm
I felt like he could. I felt like you wore the pants in a relationship. I'm just
I feel
saying,
like you're
interesting.
reaching. Like I don't feel like it works like that. I feel like people do what's easiest. Like honestly, sometimes women can be a lot more organized.
No, it's not. Sometimes y'all are.
Exactly. So when it comes
Y'all
to
are.
budgeting and scheduling, we're probably going to be a lot better at it.
Yes.
Hold on one second. Like, what's happening here?
I got put on mute in the middle of the show.
Oh, sorry.
Mm, 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 mm. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, see how you get treated. You know. You back?
My bad.
Hmm.
My bad. Somebody was at my door. I was like, who's at my door this time of night? I wasn't expecting no one.
So that's a great question. Another great question.
What's the great question?
Pop-ups. Can your man? Can someone you dating? Not even your man. Someone you dating? Can he just pop up? Can he just
He got to be my man.
only your man?
Yeah.
So
Somebody I'm
so
dating.
that's another. So, so that's another boundary.
Yeah. I mean, if there's a woman you're dating, she can just pop up at your crib. What if you have another person over?
Then we three of us is here.
Okay. Well, for me, I mean, I think no pop ups.
It's the three of us. I
I
mean,
think
you know what
unless
it
we in a
is.
relationship, you not to come to my house unannounced. You
You
shouldn't
know
even
what it
know
is,
really where
shorty.
I live at.
Oh, you did?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, no pop ups.
Mm, no pop-ups. All right.
No.
I mean, yeah, we need to add that to the boundary list. No pop-ups.
Yeah, I mean,
All
unless,
right.
like I said, if it's my man, then that's different. But you know,
Uh,
even he should be calling. He shouldn't just be popping up left and right. I might be trying to take a nap. Like,
that's
I mean,
it.
huh?
That's it. He might be taking a nap.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he could, but like, like what we going there for? Like, what we trying to sneak up on somebody? Like, what's that about? Like, you popping up to
Yeah.
surprise me, or are you trying to sneak up on me?
I mean, you just never know. He might have some roses in his hands. I don't know. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
probably
It could
roses.
be he just left the bar and he like about to go to my shorty crib.
I
Get
wish
some
he would
sweet
come to.
cheeks.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I guess if I'm up, I don't know. Go to the bar. I don't, see, the guy I want is not gonna be at no bar coming home to me at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, why it be two? It could be 10:30, 11.
Okay.
So, so, so I have poker nights. I have a bowling league that I could go to, and pool league that I go to. Usually it ends around roughly 10 to 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And usually all of them are at the bar or restaurant, like bar or restaurant is. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, when I go there, I'm gonna get some wings and a beer
Mm-hmm.
or two, get a little tipsy, right? Not
I don't
really
know if I want
thinking,
a
going
guy going doing all that going out though. I like more of a homebody type of dude. I don't
homebody.
think I would be like into a guy who's like going out here this night and Tuesday night he gonna be out here and Wednesday night he gonna be out here. Like that's too active for me. I want somebody that go to work and go to the gym and come home.
Mm, mm.
I want somebody that's like not going out several times a night, like he can go, or several times a week.
All
Yeah.
right. So, is complete submission something you desire in a relationship, or are you looking for a more balanced partnership?
Who's doing the submitting?
I mean, he can submit, or
Who?
you can submit, or you want balance. I mean,
Does that
you
mean
say you
balance
want
mean?
someone, you want somebody that's home, that comes gym, work, gym, home. You know what I mean? Sounds like he's gonna be doing the submitting.
Why is that submitting? Like, I want that to be his lifestyle. Like, that's how he live. He don't want to. It's to me, it's a certain type of nigga that want to be out. All types of night, all through the week, or every weekend. Like, that's the certain type of
But
dude.
but what if he joins a bowling league? He likes to bowl. Like that's his
Okay,
hobby.
all right, he could be on a bowling league. That's
And
cool.
they bowl every Monday and Wednesday. So you already know he's gonna be out till about 10:30, 11.
I guess. Whatever. I'm
He's gonna
cool.
be like, come on, babe, you can join the bowling league with me.
I've done that before, actually.
Oh, you did?
I did, but
How was that experience?
it was cool.
It don't sound like it's something that you would want to do ever again.
I mean, it was all right. It just wasn't really my world. Like it was his world, and he invited me into it, and I was like, all right, I'll check it out. So you know, I have bowled before in the past. So we
Hmm.
bowled, and it was all right.
It was cool. It was all right.
It was all right.
Not your cup of. It was not your cup of tea.
It wasn't something I would have wanted to do over and over and over and just keep doing over. Like I'm not, like I don't know if it's something I want to do like forever. It was fun when me and him did it together. It was fun. We had a good time. But I don't know if I want a man that's what he's doing. I mean, but if that's what he do and he's like great in every other way and I trust him, then yeah, I guess.
All right, cool.
I tell you one thing. When I was doing it, it was a lot of couples that did it together. Like when I was doing that with
Yeah.
him and we were like bowling together, we met a lot of other couples that bowled together. So, it wasn't really a lot of single men that was out bowling while their wives was at home. Most of them was together.
Coupled up.
Yeah.
So is it best for a couple to hang out with other couples, or is it okay for couples to hang out with single people?
As individuals or as a couple?
I mean, would would you rather your man to be hanging out with other people that's in relationships, or would you?
Oh.
You don't care who he hang around with.
I mean, his boys or his friends are his friends. Like, I don't think you get to choose your friends like that. I mean, I think I would prefer that his friends were, in relationships, but life don't always happen like that. People get divorced. They might have been in a relationship, or they might just be a friend that just ain't going. And they say like birds of a feather flock together. So you kind of in your mind think, well, if all his boys are single, they not the relationship type, then he might not be. Um, and I think people in relationships support each other too, like men that are in relationships, if they're friends with other men who are in relationships and they're having problems in their relationship, they're more likely to kind of encourage them to stay or try to work it out, as opposed to a single friend who might be more inclined to want you to be single too, like them. So, y'all can go on that trip to DR together.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I think there's a benefit to your man having friends with other men who are also in relationships, but I don't think you can necessarily like, you know, uh manipulate that. Like it is what it is, you know?
Mm.
Like you can't be like, well, I don't want you being friends with, your best friend, whoever no more, because he's single.
Mm.
Like I don't want you hanging out with him no more. He's single. He out there looking for girls, which is probably true. He probably is. he probably he probably is, but that don't mean you got to do it. And I'm sure y'all can find other. Maybe y'all go play basketball together or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
go do some other activity.
Mm.
But,
I guess.
mhm.
I guess. I guess. We're gonna step this up. We're gonna get to the
We
PG
ain't deep
13
yet. Like I
questions.
thought we was already in that.
Nah, that was the first and why. That was the first game. Second game, the PG 13
Mhm.
gets a little deeper. All right. So PG 13 is when as you involved, you liking him, you feeling him, and you got break more and break down more the surface, see where his integrity, his morals is at. All
Okay.
right. If you're smart, the first one you can do that on your own. You're a safety sexual, like you said. But
Mhm.
if you're not, don't worry, I got you covered. These questions can help you with that.
Okay.
All right. So first question:
Mhm.
are you interested in taking calculated risks, or do you prefer to play things safe? Scared money don't make no money.
Somebody said that to me the other day, and I told him it was a red flag
Why?
because I felt like he was trying to manipulate me.
You know who you got that from?
What?
He got that from Young Jeezy. One of his songs. It was like "Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go," was it Young Jeezy? I think it was Young Jeezy. Ever go broke, I'm gonna take your money. No, maybe it wasn't. I think it was. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'm gonna take your money.
Listen, here's the thing. I've heard of scared money don't make no money before. I just still think that when a man says it to a woman, depending on the circumstances, it could be considered manipulation.
So what context he said it to you?
In the context of me saying that I wanted to take things slow.
Take things
So what do you think about?
slow.
So what you think about that? If you tell somebody you want to take things slow, and they say scared money don't make no money, what they trying to say?
I think he said, "Yo, come
He
risk it
trying
all."
to he trying to manipulate me. I consider that red flag.
He's trying to manipulate you into having sex, or he trying to manipulate you to committing to him.
He's trying to manipulate me into not taking my time. Period, which is a problem. Or at least that's how I took it.
So you
And I,
stop talking to him.
I ain't stopped talking to him. But I definitely did tell him that I felt like that was a red flag. Should I stop talking to him?
I ain't saying that.
I'm
Nope.
asking. Is that a red
I
flag?
mean,
Is it a
is
red
that the only
flag?
red, is that the only red flag he displayed?
Um, yeah, pretty much. I mean, here's the thing. He was all like, yeah, nah, I agree. Yeah, take your time, be friends. We should be friends. We should take our time. We should be friends. But then again, scared money don't make no money.
Uh,
Sometimes you gotta do what you feel. And I was like, it's a red flag, it's a red flag. And he was like, what you talking about? And I was like, it's a red flag, it's a red
so
flag. I was like, you full of
he
shit.
just
I know that. I know this trick.
so he's just contradicting himself.
Yeah, I was like, how you gonna tell me take my time and then he tried to come at me, well, oh, nah, that's just a phrase, like just like what you just said, like it's song like, oh, skid money. I'm like, nigga, I know what the fuck it means.
And
I'm
he
not
was
talking
just
about what the
joking.
fuck it means. I'm talking about the fact that um, you know, like the context in which you're using it, you're trying to get me to throw caution to the wind. Why are you trying to get me to throw caution to the
Hmm.
wind? That's what the fuck that means.
Hmm.
That means go on take a risk.
Hmm.
Why you trying to get me to take a risk? So yeah, that's how I felt about it.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you two, three more questions out of this deck because I have been holding you hostage for a while. They don't have been holding you hostage.
Yeah, you have
I
me up.
think it's got you up. It's
You made me miss
mhm.
the whole DNC. I don't know what Kamala said now.
You can watch it on YouTube later. Um, all right. So finding a balance between spending quality time together and maintaining individual space and interest is essential for a healthy relationship. How do you define that balance? And how can we create a dynamic that works best for you and your partner?
Oh my god, yo. My question is mad long.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
can you
not
read it
long.
again or something? Like it's so
No,
long.
I'm skipping. I'm skipping.
Okay.
I'm skipping. I'm gonna give you something a little less long.
Okay. Still love.
All right. So the holidays can bring joy and stress in equal measures. How do you typically celebrate holidays, and how can you and your partner navigate blending traditions or creating new ones together?
Yeah. I mean it's an easy one.
It's
That's
an
an
easy
easy
one.
one.
How easy?
Like,
Like,
huh?
how did you do it in your past?
Well, I had a blended marriage. I had a whole blended family.
Okay.
Like, so I mean, I shouldn't say it was easy. It had its challenges, but I guess because like you just coordinated. You just coordinated. Like
Just do it.
we had a big blended family. We had to share the kids for Christmas with your other parents and for holidays with your other parents and then his side of the family had things they did for the holidays and my side of the family had things they did for the holidays. So we just did things on different days if necessary. Like if they was going with their
Mm.
other parents for Christmas Day, we celebrated on Christmas Eve. Or vice versa. Or Thanksgiving is one of those tough holidays because you don't want to be house hopping like that. Thanksgiving goes by quick, so you kind of want to just choose a house and post. But you know,
So your husband did all the cooking for Thanksgiving too? You just sat there and went and
no,
got the groceries?
we went to family houses for Thanksgiving. It was a bring a dish kind of situation, but
Oh, okay.
there were
Okay.
times when like it just made more sense for his family because he had a smaller family and I had a larger family, so it made more sense for his family to come to my family's event as opposed to us trying to make it to both events, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
But yeah, we
Mm.
did. I think we could figure it out.
Mm.
Yeah, you blend it up. You compromise. You compromise and coordinate. That's what it
Mm.
takes. Compromise and coordination and
Compromise and
and
coordination. Okay.
patience and tolerance. Because you might not necessarily like the other person's, like, you know, or you might
That's
not
true.
necessarily be super comfortable with the other person's family traditions because, you know, different cultures, I've experienced different cultures, you know. Like, I went to an African party once, you know, and that was different. You know what I mean? That was like a whole different kind of thing. Like, it was like I want to say it was either a birthday
You ate
party.
some fufu?
Huh?
You ate some fufu?
Yeah, they had all that. They had goat meat at the end, everything.
Was the food good?
The food was really good. The food was really
Yeah.
good, but it was culturally different. Like, they have the men party in one room and the women party in another room. That was like
Was you
very
fully
different.
covered?
Huh?
Did you cover the girls? Did you cover the girls?
What you mean? Like,
I said your girls on the camera right now, but when you was at the
oh,
party,
oh
did
yeah,
you
no, they
cover the
was covered.
girls?
They was covered. They was covered.
It's covered.
They was covered, but I think I mean, everybody was regular, whatever. But I just thought it was strange that like all the men like literally was in one room and all the women were literally in another room. You know?
They was bromancing.
Nah, that's just how they do. That's how they do their parties, or at least that particular party. I guess I don't know.
All right. Let me get to this other. Let me get to this last few questions. Sharing passwords can be a sign of trust, but
Doing
it
what?
also involves
Doing what
sharing
could be a sign of
passwords
sharing passwords. Oh, okay, shit. Okay.
can be a sign of trust, but it also involves privacy boundaries. How comfortable are you with sharing passwords for social media, email, or other accounts?
No, no, we're not doing that.
None at all. No sharing passwords.
No, I think that's a bit much sharing passwords. I don't want to share passwords. I don't want to have to share
N-
passwords. I think
Never,
ever.
never, ever, ever.
Here's my thing. I don't think it should be like a hidden thing, like like a thing where it's like I can't look in your phone. You know what I mean? But I don't think you should have like free reign to go all the way through somebody's phone in the sense of having like their password because these days phones have a lot of sensitive information in them, and it's not all necessarily just the business of your partner. It could be, they family member business, somebody else business, they private thoughts, all type of shit, they kids business. You know, I just feel it's like so invasive. Like, I do not want somebody going through my phone. Like, matter of fact, I need all my best friends to like, you know, crack, like break my phone. Like, if anything ever happens to me, like, don't let nobody go on my phone.
All right. All right. So
But
we
I
have
do
this
think,
last.
but that being said, I do feel that if, say, for instance, somebody texts you and it's, whatever, and your spouse is sitting right there and they're like, oh, let me see, that you shouldn't be like, you can't hand them your phone. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so what if the spouse decide to go on the other text messages right then and there?
They shouldn't be looking at the what other text messages.
I
They
mean,
they
after they
can't.
look at that text message,
Uh huh.
they back out of that and
Uh huh.
then see who else texts you.
That's a lie.
Some people just start acting like, it's their
That's
phone.
a trust issue. That's a trust issue. That's you need to break up. You need to break up. That's you don't trust each other.
Okay. So they better just look at that one text message and that's it.
I mean, and that one person with that one person, but they already just showed they got a
Is
out.
there a scroll clause? You know what I
There's
mean? If they read that one text message, can they scroll up to see what y'all was talking about? Or
I mean, but who is this person they scrolling to look at?
you said if the spouse is right there
Uh huh.
and they look over, just so happen they see someone text us, even though it's his phone. Hey, who just text us? He should. Oh, that's such and such. And you go, let me see. What did he say? can you now scroll up? You know,
I mean, you probably shouldn't. Like, you really probably shouldn't. You really probably should. You really probably shouldn't even, like, what are you looking at? Like, unless he sent a funny meme or a funny video or a funny picture, you know what I'm saying? Your spouse could pretty much tell you what the text message said if they want to share,
yeah,
you know? I mean, you do need to have a certain level of privacy because, again, it's not just your life. Like, that person right now might be telling you about a party on Friday, and you like, yo, look, Joe just said it's a party on Friday, but last week y'all might have been talking about, you know, his erectile dysfunction and like what you do for yours. Like, and maybe necessarily everybody don't need to
yeah,
know that. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's business. Like, so what if you scroll up and he like, yo, so what was it? Was it Viagra or Cialis? Which one you was fucking with? And now your girl know all his business. Like, nah, you can't be scrolling. You can't be scrolling.
can't be
You shouldn't even
strong.
really be looking unless it's something that you need to see to understand. You shouldn't be, but
Okay.
people do it, and the thing about it is that's because people don't got no trust in nobody. Nobody got no trust these days. Trust is
Oh,
almost
real
non-existent these days.
finicky.
No, thank you. What?
All right. So I had my last deck.
No,
Red
thank you.
flag
What? What you
indicator.
said? No, thank you.
No, I didn't say no thing. I said real finicky. Trust is real finicky.
Okay.
So I got this last card deck. Red flag indicator. Should I
Mm.
bust it open and ask about 3, 4 questions, or should we call it a night?
Wait a minute. Is this gonna help me find red flags, or how does this work?
Well, red flag indicator is more about intimacy and sex questions. Tasteful questions.
Wow, you know, might as well just keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already in it now. Like,
Okay, all right. It's conversation and
now how crazy
cocktails
we
with.
getting? I don't need nobody coming for me, y'all.
I mean, I give you an example right now.
Okay.
When a man covers the expenses for a vacation you both are planning, do you feel any implied expectation for intimacy?
Okay. Wait a minute. All right. Ask this question one more time. If a man is planning, is paying for the
When a
expenses for,
man when a man covers the expenses for a vacation
uh-huh.
you both are planning,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel implied
Mm-hmm.
any expectations for intimacy?
We're both planning it. Are we already, like, what are we? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Like, what's the situation here?
Say if it's the beginning. Let's go off the beginning. Because if it's boyfriend and girl, if it's boyfriend, you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
obviously that's a no-brainer. But if it's in the beginning, like y'all just about official,
Y'all just
is
about
it
official?
implied?
I mean, I'm
It's
gonna tell.
almost
This is what
official.
I think. I mean, I don't. I personally don't think sex is ever implied. You know, I think implied kind of carries the connotation of like obligated or like, you know, something you have to do and you never actually have to have sex. Like, it's definitely always optional. But, you know, that being said, I think that there might be some type of expectation of sex or intimacy, and that should be discussed prior to the vacation. And so y'all both gotta
Uh,
be on the same page because you know what? I don't know. Like, is intimacy really something you could plan like that? Like, what if you're not feeling it that night? What if, you know, what if like, I don't know, what if it's just not that type of vibe? What if y'all decide y'all gonna end up breaking up right after that vacation because something bad happened on the vacation? You still gotta have sex?
I mean, he spent all this money. You think most men that spend all this money to go on a vacation with you or any woman, how many of them not gonna want to try to get some sweet cheeks?
I mean, I think here's the thing about it. Okay, here's the thing. It depends on so many different things. Like, if y'all are dating already and like you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but you've been on a couple dates, you if you're comfortable enough with this person to get on an airplane together and go be somewhere together and sleep in the same bed with that person, then, yeah, I think that there's a high probability that sex could happen, but I just don't ever think it's like a quid pro quo thing where it's like it's an expectation or it's like a liability or obligation. Like, like, well, that's the fucking side of the menu type shit. Like if you go on this trip, you giving me some pussy, like what? Like, I'd rather not go if it was to that. Like, if I'm gonna give you some pussy, it's gonna be because I want to, not because you paid for a trip.
Mm-hmm.
That's you might as well go get you a prostitute. Why
You
don't
and
you
this
just go like if
prostitute
it's to
stuff.
that? Like, I mean, like
Might as well go to DR, right?
exactly. Like if you just feel like you paying for it, like you feel like because you spent a certain amount of money that you're entitled to it, then why don't you go there? It's probably cheaper. You should just go there and you know
Mm-hmm.
spend a couple $100 and get it done. Like that's just
Cost that much? Couple $100?
or how much it cost, I don't know. I never been.
You know, you
Have
never
you
been?
been? Haven't you been?
I've been in Dominican Republic, but I've been to Punta Cana.
And you ain't never meet with none of the girls out there?
No,
None of the working ladies?
no, I was always on a resort. I'm too scared.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I've never been myself. I've heard stories.
Interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right. Let's see here. You're a hopeless romantic, right?
I am.
You've been married before, right?
I have.
Okay. If we were planning our wedding rings right now, would you go for something classic or something a little more unique?
Something more unique.
Unique?
Yeah.
Like a blood diamond?
Mm, no. What are you talking about? You meant like, what do you mean? You mean like the style of ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like unique style of jewelry. Like, I'm not necessarily a traditionalist.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
I
you
like
just
I
kind of
like
like
Levion jewelry. That's what kind of ring.
Le'Veon?
Yeah, I love
All right.
Levion.
So do he go to your best friend and ask him then for help or your whoever? Or he just go pick it out and you be happy?
I mean, I would hope that he's been like, we've looked at those kinds of things together before and he has an idea of what I might like.
Okay.
I would hope that he
All right.
knows me well enough that he knows like that this
Or
question, this blurty question right here, that we've
yeah,
answered this question,
yeah.
hopefully, and talked
Okay.
about like what we like in terms of jewelry and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is it acceptable to discuss issues with your relationship with friends or family, or do you believe in keeping these matters private?
Oh God, this is such a hard one. This gotta be the hardest question on earth to me because like I see the benefits in both, um, and I see the deficits in both. Like I see the pros and cons to both sides. You know what I mean? I think um
Hmm.
I think there does need to be somebody that you can run some stuff by. I couldn't imagine keeping everything in my relationship like and never being able to talk to anybody about it. Especially if I felt some type of way about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you
Hmm.
need to have like a sounding board. Sometimes you need to be able to run. And I think people that don't want you to run anything that happens in a relationship by anybody else, I think that's dangerous because like that motherfucker could be brainwashing you, manipulating you, gaslighting you, and you get so psychologically manipulated that you don't even realize, you don't even realize it
Mm.
until you tell somebody like, yeah, nah, he did this and that, and they're like, and what did you do? And you're like, well, I just did this, and then you're like, what? And then you start to realize, that, oh, maybe this behavior is, maybe I'm not thinking right, you know,
Hmm.
or I don't know. It's tough. I think for the most part, you should keep it between yourselves.
for the most part.
For the most part,
So
I would
now,
say you should keep it
so
between.
now one person. So now one person you can share it with.
No, I'm saying you should. There should be somebody. I'm saying for the most
Okay.
part, you should keep it to yourself. But there should be somebody that you can, yeah, that has some ideas about your relationship, that knows like a little bit of the history, and you know what I'm saying, that has some type of like beat on it with you, like a second
Okay.
pair of eyes, you know. But
Okay.
I mean, I guess once you get married and like, I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard question, Jay. I wonder what other people think of that question, because I've heard different answers. Like I've heard some people say, "What do you think?" I've heard some people say like, "Don't tell
Hmm.
nobody nothing that's going on in your relationship. Keep it in house." And then I've also heard that be used to manipulate somebody, where nobody else knew what was going on with them, and they was being
Hmm.
manipulated or making really bad
Hmm.
choices, and they had no like help, no outside help.
Mm.
What do you think?
Okay. I think it's okay to, talk to one person outside, one or two people that's in your inner circle. And that inner circle has to be like 10 plus, 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Obviously they've been really good to you if they like 15, 20 plus years. And
Mm-hmm.
um then yeah, you would know you can share.
Mm-hmm.
Um everybody in the listening ear to vent. And not everybody's going to a therapist, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if at least you have somebody listening ear, hopefully that person that has the listening ear is not really giving you advice,
Mm-hmm.
because usually those people, they're not qualified. If they didn't go to school to be a therapist, then 9 times out of 10, they're not qualified to give advice. They shouldn't be giving advice when it comes to emotions. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Okay, so you kind
I
of feel
love
like
talking
me.
about,
You kind of agree
yeah,
with me, like for the most part to yourself, but there should be at least one or two people that you can kind of
that,
like
yeah.
check your thinking
Yeah,
and your
I need to
logic.
run some things. Yeah, I
Yeah,
need to make sure y'all is the way how I'm thinking is right. Is like
exactly.
I just need a different perspective. It's like you write an essay in college, you have somebody proofread your paper.
Exactly. Like, does this make sense?
Everything on the paper was your thoughts. So
Yeah, but
like
you still, like you said, you still have somebody pre proofread it and be like, yo, does this make sense? Is there anything you think I should
yeah,
change? Is there anything
change.
you think, I need to think about a little bit harder or in a different way, and it's helpful. It's helpful.
Yeah.
That's why people do it.
Am I am I bugging? It's my argument.
Exactly. Exactly. Am I bugging? Am
So,
I not seeing this correctly? Even, I mean, and when it's your close friend, like you said, somebody you've been friends with for years, they also have knowledge of your previous relationship, so they can point out patterns to you, and they can kind of like, you
mhm,
know, help you with that learning and growth process that takes place throughout life as you go through different
mhm,
relationships. You're like, now you remember the last nigga I told you, and last time you did the
mhm,
same shit, and you know what I'm saying, and a lot of that stuff.
mhm,
I'm not gonna say you forget about it, but it's not always in the forefront of your mind. You know,
mm,
you might miss it. So two
mhm,
heads are better than one, I think. But you know,
mm.
but you do have to be very
Ah,
selective about who that person is, because
yeah.
um, you know, you just want to make sure that it's somebody that is, gonna keep your shit on low. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want, like there's consequences. You know what I'm saying, to sharing
Mhm,
information with the wrong person. And that's
mhm,
why I think they say like try to keep it in house as possible, because
yeah.
everybody doesn't have your best interest in mind. And like you said, everybody's not qualified to
No.
give advice. And I've known a motherfucker to steer another person wrong in a relationship. Like I even like I even have to tell, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? You don't know everybody motivations. I tell like my son and his friends or whatever, you know, it'll be the boy that's hating on your girl, telling you, "Oh, you should break up with her. She fat, she this, she that." They secretly want your girl.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They be the first ones to pull up on her the minute you break up with her. So, I had to tell my son, be careful of unsolicited, especially advice about your lady or your relationship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
true.
All
All
right,
right,
last
last
question,
question.
Jay.
Last
Last
question.
question, because I'm getting tired.
All right.
Make it a good one. I mean, they all been good. Like, actually, don't fry my brain. That last one fried my brain a little bit.
If entrusted with a choice between unprotected sex and sharing personal information such as your social security number, which one you'd be more comfortable with?
One more time, please. One more time.
If entrusted with a choice between unprotected sexual activity
hmm
and sharing personal information such as your social security number, which would you be more comfortable with?
I mean, I'd rather share my social security number with you than have unprotected sex. I mean, at least I could, fucking, what's this, identity theft protect myself? Like, I mean, at least you got some type of recourse. I mean, I think they're both very intrusive, but I mean, who exactly are we talking about?
I mean, it's a
Are we
new guy.
sharing personal medical information? Can we share that?
It's-
That's what I thought you was gonna ask me. I thought you was gonna ask me if I'm have unprotected sex or share personal medical history.
oh, that question is in this deck, but that was the
Yeah, I
last
would have
question.
said share personal medical history, but you're saying
That
share. Do I want to share my social?
so
What do you need my social for?
so for the viewers out there that's just curious, because I only read off a couple questions. Uh, I'll give you a few more questions, but we got to get off live. It's late.
hmm
Uh, question: have you ever been so angered by your partner that you resorted to damage their belongings as a form of retaliation?
hmm
What circumstances or factors would lead you to consider infidelity in a relationship? If your partner were to be unfaithful, would you would your reaction be directed towards them or the third party involved?
To them.
Could you share your sexual orientation? Do you identify as a member of the LGBTQ community? Um, what is your family dynamic like? Do you get along with your family members? Those are a few of the red flag questions. Oh, has pagan ever interested you?
Mhm. So wait a minute. The questions I was asked was red flag detector questions.
Those last 4 or 5 questions that I asked you was all red flag. So
So
I
wait.
asked you questions from each deck, all 3 decks.
Okay. So the
So
last question about the social security number or the protected sex is a red flag detector question.
that was a red flag question.
So does that mean I have a red flag?
No, so the game is designed is as such.
hmm
I'm really trying to get to know you and who you are. We just started dating. So since we just started dating, this is what it is.
hmm
This the game we need to play.
Okay.
I like this guy. I like him. Like I feel like he got it in him to be the one for me.
hmm
But we need to dig deep. We need to dig a lot deeper.
Okay.
I'm going to proceed with caution. We're going to proceed with caution. You know, fill him out a lot more. See where his integrity lies at. See where
hmm
his morals and values. You know, because
hmm
this is more so surface level questions. But if you're a good conversationalist, you can get beneath the surface with these questions.
hmm
If you're not, then this can help you get there.
Okay.
So before you have sex and be all intimate,
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of sexual questions to see if we, you know what I mean? Because you can be wild, you can be out there,
Uh-huh.
and also you can catch them in a lie a lot easier.
Uh-huh.
So let's get these sex questions out the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's no questions in here about how many sex partners you have, but do you identify as the sex you've been born? Are you gay? The guy from the
That's
black
one
ink.
way to directly ask without offending somebody, because some of these men get offended when you ask, like, yo, you want to download, like, it's like, I don't know, would a
Have
man
you
really
ever have
even
you ever
answer that question?
have you ever seen that man that you was just like, he get his nails done. He's a little bit, you know what I mean? He got the blackout Beijing. He's so manicured. He
Yeah,
gives
but
me a little.
my gaydar has definitely gone off on more than one occasion.
So how else you been, what I mean? Would you directly ask?
I have, but
And how did
it
that
didn't go.
outcome?
It didn't go well. Is my point. That's the point I'm trying to make. That
It didn't
that
go
question
well.
does not go over well. Like,
But the question will go over well a lot better when you have a person. I mean, you have a game to blame.
I agree.
Especially he admits, yeah, we can play this game. What is this game?
Uh,
That's why I created it, to help us
Get to
really
the
tap
bottom of
in.
things.
Because if you knew what you knew now,
Hmm.
let me rephrase. When you was in a relationship, if you knew what you knew at the end of the relationship,
Hmm.
would you would have ever started in the beginning?
Maybe not. Probably, probably not on some of them. Maybe, you know.
So this game I designed is to help with that.
Okay.
You can play it in a you can play it in a group setting. You can
Mm-hmm.
play it by yourself because a lot of people don't even really know themselves. A lot of people are lying to themselves. So
Yeah.
that's why I created
Yeah,
this
you gotta
game.
do you gotta do some thinking on a lot of them cards.
A lot of those
I
questions.
had to put my thinking cap on.
And T, I thank you for playing with me tonight.
Oh, question. So, since I was a participant, do I get a free deck so I could take and get to know somebody?
I got you. And it's not going to be free, but
Yeah.
I got you.
I was a participant. Encourage other participants.
Nothing's free over here.
I'm gonna work this out on the back end, but okay.
Okay. Yes. I appreciate you. Where can people slide in your DMs at? Do you have Instagram, TikTok?
Oh,
I mean, it might be a guy that love your answers, love your conversation,
oh God.
or a gal. It might be a girl or a gal that be like, yo, that one right there, she official.
um,
Yeah, is your DMs open?
I'm single. Yeah, my DMs is open. I guess. Like,
So what's your Instagram name? Do you prefer them to contact you by Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or your phone number or email?
uh, my DMs is closed, bro. That's too much. Like, just reach out to Jay if you want. If you want to get to me, reach out to Justin. Blerdy, let Blerdy set it up.
Contact me and I'll get you in contact with her. Or I'll send your profile over to her.
There you go. That
She'll
works.
vet it,
Yeah.
and then we can make a match made in heaven if you're cool.
Yeah.
All
Sounds
right,
like.
TT. Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Jay. Take it easy.
Until
Thank you for this. This
to
was
the next
fun.
time.
This is very fun.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
All right. Woo! That was real. That was real right there. That was real. It's a great conversation. Great night. Um, for all the people that's tuning in, thank you for checking us out. Probably do this again soon. If you ever want to join in the call, let me know. Schedule a time and date, and we can have fun with it. All right. Peace. Follow all the Blerdy social media: Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and we catch you to the next one. All right.
If you're not making $158,000 per year, but you'd like to, I strongly encourage you to start a bookkeeping business. That's right. If you're willing to learn how to use a free program called QuickBooks, you can make